Hey y'all, it's Erin. Today we're going to talk about Gmail and Google Chat at the second level. They want you to know that some options exist and they're really helpful actually. So here we go. Advanced settings in Gmail have to be activated. They're off automatically. So go to the settings icon and then click see all settings. And when you do that, it's going to take you to a page that has all of these tabs on it and click on advanced. When you click on advanced, it's going to give you a couple of options, some things you can enable. You can enable auto advance, which means when you delete an email that you're in, it'll automatically go to the next one. You have templates, which we're going to talk about in a second. You have custom keyboard shortcuts and the unread message icon. I have something like 500 unread messages, and adding an icon to them is not helpful for me. But if you're one of those people that wants all of your email to be read, having that icon might be helpful for you. Let's talk about templates. So I have found myself sending emails that say basically the same thing over and over again. Sally failed her math test with a score of da 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 da, and this is what she needs to do now. So those types of emails can be saved as templates and reused over and over again. You will have to replace the personalization stuff, but this makes it so much easier. So here we go. To save a template, you write your email, whatever your email is, and then you go to the three dots at the bottom. It's right next to the trash button. And go to templates. You have to enable templates for it to show up in this menu. And then you go save draft as template. And then it's going to ask you to give it a name. And then you can use the template when you go to write a new email. You go to the three dots and you select templates, and then you can select the name of the template that you created. This is how I write my Tech Tuesday emails because I have the same headers every time. And so I just created myself a template, and that way I can go through and change what I need to change, but I don't have to rewrite the whole thing every time. All right, keyboard shortcuts are one of my favorite things. Something like Control C and Control V for copy and paste. The less time you spend mousing around the page, the better off you're going to be in terms of planning time. So keyboard shortcuts in Gmail, you have to be turned on. And then once you turn it on, in that list of tabs, it's going to show up with keyboard shortcuts. And this will tell you what they are already. Compose is automatically, if you just hit the letter C while you're on your Gmail, it'll compose. Or search is a backslash, or select conversation is X. You can change those into whatever you want them to be. And that may help you a lot, especially if you're doing some fancy things with stars or marking things as important. It may just shorten your workflow. All right, let's talk chat. Google Chat is on the left side of your Gmail, unless you set it to be on the right side in advanced settings. If you click the plus button on the chat, then it's going to show up with this menu. And this is a relatively recent change, so we're going to go over it. You can start a group conversation, which is basically a group text message. You can create a space. Now, these are kind of like old school chat rooms. Basically, it's where all of the invited people can see what other people are writing, but they don't necessarily get every notification for every message. Before you start messaging someone, you have to request that they allow you to message them. All right, here are some ideas for what you can do with chat. You can create a space for your class to discuss subjects, and then you can moderate it. You can, if you turn it on, it allows students to communicate without bothering anybody. So it cuts down on talking. The problem we've had is that it also cuts down on the kids paying attention. Especially if you're remote or hybrid, then it encourages communication between the students and then between the students and the teacher, um, and helps get their questions answered when the kids wouldn't want to send an email with a subject, but they know basically how to instant message. It was very effective when we were remote.